Hi, I'm Scott Simons, back with more of the best of Michigan. This time, we're heading to Mackinac Island, an island of history, excitement, and fudge. Thanks for joining us. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I'm such a dork. We are here on Mackinac Island. I was here about 16 years ago with my parents when I was only like 15 years old, and we wanted to tape on the island, but as I mentioned in my 3,000 subscriber special, our battery ran out. But that's not going to happen this time. Because I got spare batteries if needed. I just got off the ferry and yeah, took the Shepler's ferry over. It was $27 round trip. Had a very nice ride, as you could see with the B-roll. It was fantastic. But Mackinac Island is one of the top attractions in the state of Michigan. It's only 9 o'clock and there's a lot of people around right now. And what's unique about the island too is that you can't bring a car over here. It's all horses, carriages, and bicycles. And of course you can always walk too.
Oh yeah, and watch where you're stepping, because in this video we capture reality.
A long time ago, before there were any European settlers in the area, the American Indians used to come over to this island all the time to do a lot of fishing over from the mainland. The first European settlement on this island was back in 1670 when a Christian mission was settled here. And then eventually Father Jacques Marquette even made over to the island, and he first moved the mission over to present-day St. Ignace and then later to Mackinaw City. And during the time of the American Revolution, the French had built the Fort Mackinac over in present-day Mackinaw City, and they moved it over to what's now Fort Mackinac, which we'll go see in a little bit. That was a pretty cool walk, I have to say. The main street in town, it has all sorts of different restaurants, shops, and a lot of fudge kitchens. And behind us, or behind me, that is the Biddle House. It is called the Biddle House because back in the 1820s, Edward Biddle put a $100 down payment on this house. If only you could buy a house for only $100 these days. That would be the dream, wouldn't it? And there it is. That is Fort Mackinac. That is a fort which was moved from Fort Mackinac. Welcome to Fort Mackinac, my friends. This fort was an active post from 1780 to 1895, and right behind me we have the barracks. That's the largest building in Fort Mackinac. It was built back in 1859. The reason why Fort Mackinac was built back in 1780 was that the British, which were currently at the time over at Fort Mackinac over in present-day Mackinaw City, the fort was made of wood, and during the American Revolution, the British feared that the Americans would would raid the fort and basically take it down. So they came over here instead, and they built the fort out of limestone. A lot more durable than wood, for sure. So from 1780 to about 1796, this was housed by the British Army, and in Jay's Treaty, it was then given to the Americans. However, in 1812, at the very beginning of the War of 1812, the British end up capturing this fort, and although the Americans unsuccessfully tried to capture it back in 1814, it was given back to them in 1815 after the war was over. And another cool fact is that during the American Civil War in 1862, there were even 3 Confederate prisoners held here for a short term. But yeah, the fort's really cool. Definitely have to check that out while you're here in Mackinac. One thing I forgot to mention is that from 1875 to 1895, it served as the United States' second national park, with Yellowstone being the very first. And then when the fort was shut down, the national park then became Michigan's very first state park. Alright, so now we're gonna walk into town and I'm gonna go get some lunch. I'll be covering lunch in a Trial of the Lights video, and then, but I'm sure we might see like a sight or two on the way.
And that is the Michigan Governor's summer residence, located here on Mackinac Island.
That Jamaican jerk chicken was delicious. I figured I switched to the GoPro really fast just to use a different camera for this segment. But I ate a lot of food, so I need to burn off a lot of calories. So I'm gonna go ride a bicycle. Figure why not make this a more unique video. Alright, got my bicycle and put my camera in there, so let's get rolling. That beautiful church was St. Anne's Church. What a beauty that is. Okay, we're here at Whitewood Springs, one of the natural springs found here on the island, and we're very close to a very unique natural landmark here in Mackinac Island, Arch Rock. But yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, for the bicycle I rented, it's $10 an hour, and they have special deals if you give for half a day or even a full day. So all you do is they just take like a credit card to put like almost like a hold on it, and then you don't pay anything until you return the bike, and I'll do that when I return it later today.
And over there is the stairway up to the top of Arch Rock, where we can get a cool view from the top looking down near where we are right now. But what I'm going to do, instead of going up the steps, after I go around the perimeter of the island, I'm going to be biking my way up to there.
And just down here a little bit is the viewpoint from down below. That seagull is pretty cool, and I forgot to tell you guys, but you may have noticed with the opening B-roll of this video, I have a second lens now. It goes from 55 to 250 millimeters, so now I can zoom in even further, and it came to be very helpful getting that photograph of that seagull.
But yeah, you can see the mainland of the Upper Peninsula, including St. Ignace. And there's the Mackinac Bridge.
All right, back on the bike we go.
Alright, we're approaching British Landing, and over there they even have a place where you can go to the bathroom. And at this spot over here, you can tell by the sign and where the cannons are, that is where the British came on to Mackinac Island back in 1812 to capture Fort Mackinac at the beginning of the War of 1812. Park my bike over there, just gonna walk on this little very quick trail. Check out some of the woods in here. Wow, take a look at this. This is Brown's Brook. It is the only year-round flowing stream here on Mackinac Island. This is beautiful. When I parked my bike here, there were several others here. Mine's the only one left, so won't have any problems finding it. And here is the Devil's Kitchen. According to the sign I was reading, this rock formation, which is essentially limestone, was carved like this as much as 350 million years ago. It's a pretty cool little small cave. Doesn't go that far deep, but still very cool. All right, let's get back on the bike. Yep, here's the school for Mackinac Island. All right, we're back in town. Now it's time to head inland. And this is probably the most famous hotel probably in the whole state of Michigan. That is the Grand Hotel. It was built back in 1887. And it is very expensive to stay there, but if you do happen to stay there, you get some fantastic rooms inside there. And for dinner, you still have to dress up. So like men, suit and tie. I have to Point Lookout right now, and one thing I forgot to tell you earlier in the video, but I have not ridden a bike in over 15 years. So I can't really go up the hills very well, so I'm having to walk up. Alright, apparently Point Lookout was back there where I did the last segment. Now we're here at Fort Holmes. And we're here at the highest point of Mackinac Island, and that is Fort Holmes right behind us. It was originally built as Fort George by the British during the War of 1812, but was later renamed Fort Holmes after Major Holmes, who was killed during the Battle of Mackinac Island back in 1814 when the American troops failed to conquer the island. Although, of course, as I said earlier, after the Treaty of Ghent was signed at the end of the War of 1812, this island went back to American control. But yeah, look at this view from up here. Can't believe we're at the highest point right now. The rest is downhill from here, literally. And that is Skull Cave, although it doesn't look like much of a skull. Still cool though. And if you're gonna go to Fort Holmes by foot, you can also take those steps up to where I was earlier. All right, another cool rock formation. Here's Sugarloaf. Oh, we've caught up to those carriage rides that we saw earlier, because we're at a very cool destination. Yep, that's Arch Rock, and we're at the top this time. I told you we'd be back. But yeah, it is extremely crowded there, and the carriage tour, it makes a stop here so people can go out and check out the cool views. I remember doing that with my parents when I was here 16 years ago, because yeah, we didn't rent bikes when we were here. We took the carriage tour, and I remember stopping at Arch Rock. So yeah, if you make it up to Arch Rock, yeah, be prepared for some crowds. All right, but yeah, that was cool. So
I need to head back into town because I'm going to be returning this bike soon. Only on Mackinac Island, at least in the state of Michigan. Well, that was an awesome bike ride. But I'm tired though, so I'm just gonna walk around town and I'm gonna go get some dinner in a little bit. But first, so many people here, I think we'll shoot a little time lapse. Hey, when it comes to this time lapse, you got everything. You got people riding their bicycles, you got people walking, you got carriages, horses, you name it. Alright, time for dinner. Love the food at Smoky Jose's. I got turkey and baked beans. Oh, so good. Great way to conclude the stay here on Mackinac Island. Mackinac Island, it is such an amazing island, full of great history, great sights. And I didn't get any fudge this time, probably because I'm watching what I eat a little bit, so oh well. At least I had a scene with some fudge in it, so no worries, just right outside, think of Burdick's.
There's a puppy over there.
But yeah, if you have not been to Mackinac Island, you must check it out. It's only about a 4-hour drive north of the Detroit area, and then just a ferry ride either by Shepler's or Starline from Mackinaw City or St. Ignace. Yeah, those are the only 2 ferry lines which will take you to and from the island. Alright, so hope you enjoyed this Mackinac Island vlog. We're gonna head back to St. Ignace and we'll conclude the video there. Alright, and we're back on the mainland, St. Ignace. I hope you enjoyed today's video on Mackinac Island, just as much as I had fun checking out the island. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to click that subscribe button to come along and join me for the adventure. And don't forget to click that notification bell so that way you know when a new video goes live. Well, thank you for watching, and this is Scott, or the Scott Man, signing out.